Hi, so I want to read this microblog to you today. It is something that really favors the energetic current that flows in between action steps. And I'm going to read it to you and then we'll talk about it a little bit. So this one is called The Real First Step. In and of itself, awareness is a shift. It's the first step of change we often disregard because no action has been taken. But that bubbling desire is something to acknowledge and commend in ourselves. Because when we begin gathering awareness around a change we want, pondering ideas and considerations, scaling benefits and challenges, it may take our soul a little time to catch up to the doing. Simply becoming aware that we don't like something primes the spirit to move. And the more we celebrate the mere recognition of wanting something different, the more likely we are to do something about it when we're ready. Applauding our awareness solidifies the promise of yet. I love that last line because to me it says really championing ourselves when we want something different, when we know that we're gearing up for something. It really, even though we haven't done it yet, it gets us there. It gets us to the yet. It's like living the when. Like, this is going to happen, and so I'm readying my soul, to step into, that next challenge or, just desire or, practice, whatever it may be. And this has been something that's just personally come up for me so much, and I find that we're so focused in our society and the action and the get it done, the fucking hustle your ass off and all this stuff. It's just such a brutal mentality. And, I subscribed to that so long and it was exhausting, totally exhausting. I mean, talk about sustainability in this day and age of, the kindness, the nourishment, the recycling, the sustainability, I'm thinking all kind of eco and green stuff. But, we're applying it to the environment, but that's great because that's an extension of who we are. And we're at the center of that, we're our own ecosystem and environment. It starts here. And so, nurturing and nourishing ourselves when we do want to make a change in our life, and maybe we aren't there yet, and that is okay. But just considering it, just being there, because I will tell you what, there was a time in my life where I was so just negative, rampantly negative and unhealthy, and abusing my body with what I was putting in it every day and the thoughts I was thinking, just constant self-abuse. It was just horrific. And, it was everything else in my life was everyone else's fault. It was just blame game everywhere. And me just getting to the point where I was I need to make some changes. That was a huge leap for me. I mean, I had the catalyst of my skin being horrible and realizing I needed a physical change. And so it was that physical extremity inspired that within me. And I would even say motivated that within me. But, from there to there was a huge leap. And I hadn't done anything yet, but just knowing I wanted a change was oh my gosh, it's the taking responsibility. It's a huge shift in and of itself. So give yourself some credit today. I love you. Thank you for joining me for this microblog. I'll leave the link so you can read it if you want down below. All my usual spots as well. See you on Instagram. I'm there all the time at ELYSEHUGHESWRITER. And thanks for joining me today for this microblog reading. Bye.